Hello and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'm going to say I do apologise for having to wear. I always seem to be wearing the same things when I do my things. Anybody think I don't do anything, sit in my dressing gown all the time, but it's just that when I either do it in the morning or when I just get up and sat here, or really late at bed when after I've had my tea, or I don't put my pyjamas on when I've had my tea now. So you all see me in dressing gown and my pyjamas for some reason. That's normally when I make my videos. I'm finding that I can only make a video of a night or a morning. I don't get a chance to do them in the daytime now. I just and even if I did, uploading them. So I need my content there for my news, really, for reading between the lines. That's what it's all about, really. I'll try and throw a few other things in if I can, but most of it is going to be news and rhetoric. I was going to say it's about Ken Loach, who made that film, Daniel Blake. I mentioned it earlier in my videos. Now, I don't think he won the main BAFTAs, but he must have won something, or something like that, anyway. But he made a bit of a speech. Because I ain't watched none of it, just watched bits of it on the TV. And part of his speech was he was knocking the government, basically, because it's a very social type film about people on the dole, unemployed. And he made a speech, and some of his words, I only copped a bit of it, but his words were something like the way the government treats people with its callous brutality. And nobody's arguing with that. You see the thing? Nobody's really arguing that our government does treat its own citizens with callous brutality. I've really got to go and see that film because, you know, it's going to touch your note, isn't it? It's going to touch your note. It's probably quite an emotional film. The way some people are treated in this country can be heartbreaking. And people on the outside, like people living in America and like that, look at this lovely little quaint little village, probably drive through a village and see some people with the lovely scones and jam and tea at 4 and, you know, poodles and all that, and it's nothing like that, nothing like that. And the majority of the working classes in this country are struggling. How they keep it together, I don't know. I don't know some days. I've got a really itchy ear today. I'm going to do it in front of the camera. I bet it looks really weird. But you know when you really get an itchy ear? And you go, oh, I feel like something down here off. Oh, I wonder if that's like, do you know when you get itchy palms or something like that? They go, oh God, you're gonna come into some money. Or you go, oh, what, you got itchy feet? Oh, you're gonna travel. You're gonna do travelling and all that. I'm thinking, if I keep getting these itchy ears, I'm gonna hear something really brilliant. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna hear something fantastic. Like, I don't know, like the war's over. Everybody. Anyway, I digress. I'm going off on one because I've got a funny itchy. It's still itching now. There's something wrong with it. They're doing a piece on the BBC. I didn't watch it, but there was an upcoming debate, and the debate is about. I've seen the title of the debate, and the big debate was: are universities losing their freedom of expression and of speech? And I was obviously going to go into all of it, like, you know what I mean? And my personal feeling about it is because what I've heard, I'm not a university student, so I can't speak from that point of view. I haven't been around many campuses or nothing like that. But from what I've heard from the press and what I can gather is that increasingly putting the stoppers on certain people, like they didn't want Trump to come a day, or there's quite a lot of people that they're saying, oh, I can't come, you can't make a speech, you can't say stuff, you can't. We don't want to listen to your voice. Your views don't matter. You know, you're not allowed to speak your views to these people. And I mean, it's all a bit stupid, really. Everybody should be allowed to say whatever they like, to be honest with you. Whether it's, even if it's racist or whatever, if that person wants to be a racist, that's up to him. You'll probably find he won't have many friends, you know, before long, to be honest with you. And he might just think, well, maybe I've been a bit wrong with this racism thing. Right, the brain was... See, people are not born racists. They tend to be homegrown. And a lot of it is the rhetoric through the TV and the social circumstances in which they're thrown. And then you end up getting bigoted, racist people. Probably through no fault of their own. It's just a human... They're just following their human nature, you know. Where was I? Yes, so, are they losing their freedom of speech? I'd say so, yeah. And I'd say everywhere. And I mentioned earlier a little bit about the thought police. And if you go into thought police, if you look into thought police, it's a real thing. And that's where you get your PC from, political correctness. This is where your thought police is coming in, you know, and your political correctness. You cannot say or think these things. You know, so that's a quick one on there. I'm not going to make this video very long. I'm throwing this in. There's not a lot of content this evening. I wrote a few things down. I've been out this evening. I went to Charlotte's, Charlotte came down and picked me up. We went to Gaz's, and Gaz guitar player, does a bit of magician stuff, and yeah, we went down there, spent the evening, and him and his wife, and yeah, and just sat and had a chat about stuff for a while. It's quite nice. I had a couple of, I don't really drink alcohol now, but I had a couple of bottles, of Bud. Uncle Marky bought me, which was nice. Yeah, so we've had a good bit of fun. That's why I haven't got much content, but I am going to continue trying to spread it out a little bit. Nah, not really. But there is something I'd like to say. There was something on there, just on about caring about the children. And why was she on about caring about the children now? I can't remember. But Esther Ranson, you know, I don't know if you know of That's Life and all that. She's quite famous in our country. Not that famous, but a little bit famous. More famous in the 80s, really, for That's Life. She did a big show. And then for Childline, she run, and I think she run it, or she advertised it. I think it was a lot to do with her. I think she was running the show. That Childline, and that was a big thing. So she's famous for that. But what was it? It was something about the children now, and not caring about the children. I can't remember what it was about, but I've written it down. The reason I've writ that down, Esther, is because she was worried about the children. When anything happens about the children, they drag her out and they put her on the TV and they say, worry about the children because of that child line and all that and the trouble chat. But I think to myself, I wonder why she started that child line. I think to myself, is she's riddled with guilt, that woman. Because it came to light during the Jimmy Savile scandal, that she, on camera at some point, did turn around and say that she knew about Jimmy Savile. She knew that he was not doing the right things with them children. Something very strange, fishy was going on there. But she said nothing and did nothing. So you got those children that was at risk. As far as she was concerned, they was in danger or at risk. And she did nothing to help those children. Those children later broke down in the courts, right? They was abused by Jimmy Savile. Which is what I'm saying. These people have had their lives ruined, and that woman knew all about what was going on, or at least had her suspicions, and she didn't go to the authorities. She didn't do anything, and none of them did. All these stars, you know, don't rock the boat when you're sailing on the ship. You know what I mean? We're all sailing on the ship. We're all rich. We're all famous. We're all loving our lovely lives. Don't get rocking the boat. It comes from a high, this paedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about Jimmy, because it'll get you into a heap of trouble with the gaffers and so on. So probably she didn't say anything for her own self-preservations. Them self-preservations might have led on to, maybe she had said something, she'd gone to the police. You know. But all I'm saying is, years after that, she started that child line. I'm just thinking, is that guilt? Is that guilt that she knew what was going on with Jimmy Savile, and she did nothing? And still continued to do nothing right until his death, if she knew. So, that's a thought. And then I'm going to do, is it news? Is it news? In the middle of the day, this is on the BBC, and they're saying about a donkey that's died. Poor old donkey died. The reason he's on the news, to be fair, is because he died age 53. And they're all going, oh, I didn't know donkeys live that long, blah, 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 blah. Donkey, anyway. I can't think of the donkey's name, but she said they've got a few. They've got a couple in their 50s. So, just hit 50 or in the late 40s. So, quite a few over 35 years of age. The donkey sanctuary. But this one 53-year-old donkey, he's died now. So, I don't know if that's news, but that's on the main news, that is. Donkey dies, age 53. Alright. And I could give you some more. Is it news? Is it news? Right, the Bake Off has got themselves a new star. The Bake Off has got themselves a new star. So they're going to put that crappy program on the telly again with some new presenter. Is that news, or is it news? You know, how we spend our pastime watching other people cook their tea. Crazy. Ha! Saying that, you watch me cook my tea. But anyway, and I'm not paid. I mean, since that woman come out, that Halle Berry, I don't even know what her name is. You know, Mary Berry or something like that. Anyway, come on, she can't be that good. I mean, she's in her 80s or something as well, and like that job could go to somebody who needs it. She's loaded. She's had best-selling books all her life. She's loaded, and there's lots of budding, you know, people out there who would just love to do her job. Do you know what I mean? And I think they should give it to a younger person. Somebody that's not retired. Do you know what I mean? All these people are saying, right, about retirement and all that. I don't know if I've mentioned that today. I hope I have. If I haven't, I'll quickly mention it again, shall I? And it's just about the disparity between where I have mentioned it, about the workers and the pensioners. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, new star for Bake Off. And I don't think anybody cares. Well, obviously, lots of people do care. And that just shows you how shallow of a nation of people we actually are. But I won't get too philosophical about it, because I'm going to go, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for voting me. Follow me if you're not following me. Come on, what's the matter with you? And I love you all. Bye.